Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. I think you know that now, don't you? That's why you've tuned in. Right, before we start, yeah, dog racing tip here for you tonight. Not that I'm corrupt or anything like that. I don't have anything to do with anything dodgy. Bert Ted, 8:54 tonight at Central Park, Greyhound. It's my pals. Greyhound, Lyndon Gilbert. So good luck to Bert Ted tonight. I've had a cheeky one on it. So just wanted to share it with you. It's done all right for me recently, that dog. Not that I know any inside info or out. Can bet as much as you want now. Put my bet on. So there you go. So bit of a tip there for you. No horse racing tips though for you. So there you go. Right. Where are we? Let me just read this out to you. Pop, pop, bang. Right. This is what shithousery goes on in boxing, right? Let me just mention this to you. Adam Azim, the IBO world champion, at light welterweight, and I think he might give that belt up now. He's fighting, or supposed to be fighting, Elliot Chavez tonight. Uh, But the British Boxing Board of Control have withdrawn permission for Elliot Chavez to face Adam Azin tonight. That's Shane McGuigan's fighter. In Barnsley, at Oakwell, Barnsley Football Ground, following concerns raised by the Mexican Boxing Commission relating to Chavez's team saying that he's been in a sauna this week, trying to make weight and whatnot. A practice that is prohibited by the Boxing Board of Control. So we've got Roberto Smith here, right? Let me just get this straight here. Let me just get this straight. Roberto Smith, 18 year at the helm of the ship, has pulled the fight for safety reasons, which you can't knock. However, Christopher Eubank Jr. was on Sky Sports in the week and his Insta and Twitter and all of our social media saying how he'd been in saunas and this and that and blah blah blah. Were it for the first fight that got cancelled or if for this last one? I think it was the last one, trying to make weight and all that blah blah blah. Look, the board didn't pull that fight, did they? And why is that? Well, when you're getting 4% on the night and millions from Tottenham Hotspur Football Ground and whatever it generated, 4%, you're not going to pull it, are you? But when you've got a pony show at Barnsley that's not massive and they're not done loads of tickets, they're going to pull it, aren't they? But there's a twist to the plot. You see, Eddie Hills! There's 7-0 Iceman from Billericay. Five by way of, but we've got no footage. None. And his dad's had a production company since 1980. And the heir to the throne, his only son, who'd had these fights, we ain't got no footage. Well, Eddie Hills is like that with a Mexican Boxing Commission. So all it takes is them to show concern to Roberto, and that's it. Ben Shalom, young Ben Shalom, who technically is out in his depth most of the time, isn't he? He now looks stupid, doesn't he? Because Adam Azim and Shane McGuigan are now going to be umming and ahhing, aren't they? Thinking what's going on here. But luckily, Barry McGuigan and Shane McGuigan, I think Barry's been round blocked. They know what's gone on here. There's a bit of skullduggery, isn't there? That's what's gone on. A bit of skullduggery has gone on here, and this is what happens. It's the sport of boxing. It's the wild, wild west. They try and cut your legs off behind the scenes, like Steffi Bull trying to get Dennis's show pulled by telling tales about me because he thought I had a matchmaker's license and I got refused it, didn't I? Hey, well, I didn't go for matchmakers. I went for seconds, and Les Potts refused it. But Steffi, you messed up there, didn't you? But these, well, Eddie's just cut his legs off, and he basically, allegedly. All you've got to do if you're a promoter is get in touch with Roberto Smith and say, Mexican border here. They're saying that this kid's been using a sauna in fight week. Roberto Smith's going to act, isn't he? But would he have acted if it were a headline act at Wembley or Tottenham Hotspur? Would he have? If it were, I don't know, Anthony Yard against Callum Smith, a big fight, an arena fight or any other fight, below heavyweight where they have to make weight and that. Would they have done that if there were millions of pounds at stake? No, they won't, would they? But look at it like this. What's 4% of 10 million? It's chicken feed, isn't it? No, it isn't really. It's a lot of money. Well, 10% is £1 million. 4% of 10 million, what's that? It's 400 grand, isn't it? So they did all right out of that, didn't they? That Eubank Ben fight. They were never going to pull Eubank, were they? They're using saunas. So what they pulled Adam Azim's guy off, haven't they? So Adam Azim's now going to be like, what we doing with Sky? He's going to be cheesed off, isn't it? But who is after the Sky deal now? It's up for tender. They're going to make a big decision, aren't they? Who is after it? Matchroom and after getting back on Sky. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're doing the best, aren't they? All of them are coming out of the woodwork now, aren't they? Look at my phone here, it's red hot here, isn't it? Oh my God. What do you think to that about Shane McGuigan's spewing, isn't he? Shane McGuigan's just had his fighter in camp all that time. And now look. Bad, isn't it? It's bad, isn't it? So Robert Smith, is he weak? Yeah, but they're going to keep the top boys happy, aren't they? If that were a Bricktop show, would he have done that? If that were an Eddie Hills show, would he have done that? No, he wouldn't. Has he done it because it's a Ben Shalom show? Yeah, because he can show a bit of strength now, can't he? A noble Ben in the meantime. And like I've just said earlier, the Mexican boxing border control. I like that with Matchroom, aren't they? It is what it is, just pointing it out. That's my opinion. Make of it what you want, but Ben Shalom looks to me like he is out his depth and he could be on his way. But we all heard Horsecock, didn't we, this week, saying, well, I were here before Ben Shalom and I'll be here after Ben Shalom. That's enough to tell you that Ben's on his way. I hope he stays, mate. But it is what it is. Is he at his depth? Yeah, he shouldn't really be putting anybody on Sky shows from Mexican who've got a Mexican license. Shouldn't be doing that really, should he? Because he should know that they're going to try and cut his legs off. But Horsecock's there saying, "Oh, I'll be here after, I'll be here before and after." Yeah, you'll only be there after because of the colour of your skin, Johnny. That's the bottom line. Bricktop said it in his column, didn't he? In some newspaper. Johnny's not. Johnny's like a part of fixtures and fittings there, isn't he? He's part of the package in here at Sky. They're not going to get rid of Johnny. In fact, Johnny should be stepping over Ben Shalom to get to the big seat because he's been there long enough, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? But Johnny's there to stay, and we know why. But it is what it is. But I want him to stay anyway. I think he's funny. I like Johnny Nelson. I like sticking it to him. Boxing for me without Horsecock would be boring, wouldn't it? But they're trying to cut young Ben's legs off. Everybody knows about it, and everybody knows that Matchroom won't back on Sky because DAZN are in bed now with Bricktop. Bricktop's the big dog now. He's got it all boxed off. Heavyweight, hasn't he? They're all into position, aren't they? Number one slots, all his fighters, aren't they? And he's got Dubois with a belt. By hook or crook, he got it. So, and he's got Fury. He's not ranked number one across board, but he's still got Fury hanging about like a bad smell. So Bricktop's the top guy. And it probably rankles Eddie Hills and Spotty Frank Smith. So they're after the Sky deal. And don't be surprised if they don't get it, but they're going to do everything by hook or crook to get it. And there you go. But like I said, it is what it is. Dillian Whyte's getting a lot of PR lately, isn't he? I want to know why. A four-time combat sport drug cheat. Yeah, 4 times. K2 got caught, didn't he? Then he got done 11-0 as a boxer. And then the Oscar Rivers fight. And then leading up to the Joshua rematch that didn't happen. You know what I mean? Or the third so-called one because they fought as amateurs, didn't they, when Dylan knocked Joshua out. Why is Dillian Whyte getting all this PR? He's pushing 38-year-old, fat as a pig, Michelin man. Oh yeah, fat as a pig, and shot to death. You're looking for one big payday. They're saying he's in a big fight in August, and I've seen people saying, "Oh, he's fighting Huey, or he's fighting this person or that person." Who's to say he even has a fight in August? He's hanging around like a bad smell. They don't put him in with anybody in case he gets beat. He's like Joshua now, Dillian Whyte. Anybody in top 50 can take him out. Top 50, not top 20, top 50 can take him out. So expect Dillian Whyte to hang on and hang on and hang on for a big pay-per-view fight. And that'll be his swan song, I think. But he's a multi-millionaire anyway. So who cares? I don't fucking care. Well, I should do. I'm saying that. If I didn't care, I wouldn't be saying that about it, would I? Which brings me to the Channel 5 show last night. I thought Josh Kelly looked exceptional, didn't he? What opponent up to much? No, but Josh Kelly looks massive as a light middleweight, doesn't he? Or super welter. Do I want to see Josh Kelly in with Crusher Ben? I think it'd be a 3 round demolition job. I think you'd see Crusher with his arse handed to him. They're not going to go near Josh Kelly. They're going to hang around for the Eubank money. He don't want to win a belt, Crusher. He just wants to be financially secure, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember the Lee Purdy one. They didn't know about that, did they? Yeah, correct. Forgot. Yeah, I forgot that. Lee Purdy. He admitted going in a sauna, didn't he, before he fought Devin Alexander? The boxing board of control got wind of that, didn't they? What happened? They give Eddie Hearn a small fine, didn't they? Or Eddie Hills, the Iceman. They didn't pull that show, did they? And they're affiliated with New York State Athletic Commission or New Jersey or wherever that fight happened. So it is what it is, but they've done it to poor little Adrian Mole, haven't they? AKA Benny from Crossroads. So anyway, getting back to the Channel 5 show. Well done to Josh Kelly. I don't think he'll get the Crusher fight, but well done to him and well done to Adam Boo. Go to Adam Boo. Hey, will they be all saying that now on Twitter? Go to Adam Boo. He's the best. The new Dark Lord. I see Adrian King's put something out. Annie Curtis Woodhouse's fighter. Sticking it to Big Ron. We're seeing it. Let me have a look here. Let me have a look here. Adrian King, heavyweight. After the terrible treatment from Fright Zone. Adrian, you've spelt it wrong. It's Fight Zone. I'm delighted to announce I'm still fighting on June 14th now in Germany. A massive thank you to my management for working round the clock to make it happen. I really appreciate it. So Adrian's not going to be rescheduled then in 5 weeks for Big Ron's show, is he? Now, Big Ron. I feel for Big Ron anyway because he's not on the ball, is he? Big Ron, you're not on the ball and moving all sorts. Pulled Max off the show as well, didn't he, Big Ron? I don't know. What's going on here? What is happening with boxing? Matty Harris, he had a win over Dan Garbage. Oh, sorry, Dan Garber. 41 next birthday. Dropped him twice, so well done to Matty Harris. But you got to be stopping him, aren't you, Dan Garber, if you want to make a statement. But win for Matty Harris. Rest at show. It really done out for me. Didn't float my boat. I'm not having a go at sour rats. Oh, sorry, sourlands. Keep calling them sewer rats, don't I? Or sour rats. I'm not having a go at them, but let's have it right. What's left here? That it's scraps in it. They're trying to fight with. They're trying to put shows on with scraps. So it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But what can you do? Uh, what can you do? I feel for Adam Azim doing that camp and that. But like I said, Roberto Smith, you are a hypocrite. You didn't do nothing with Lee Purdy situation. You didn't do nothing with Eubank situation. Because you're creaming it on them fights, weren't you? With your tax, 4% board tax. But you've done it on that Barnsley show, so pretty embarrassing, really, from Roberto Smith. But I'm sure Boxer will be taking legal action against the Board of Control. But that's it, I'm afraid. What can you do? So I see old Spencer Brown from the foil has come out and he's saying that Tyson Fury should fight Usyk next, then Joshua. Well, yeah, because you'll be getting another payday, won't you? Because the Joshua fight's going to be there, even if they've had 10 losses each, isn't it, Spencer? So stop thinking about yourself. You're turning into the new Sam Jones, aka Mr. Bone Density. Old Sam Jones, every time his fighter gets a win, he's running around going on about bone density. And that's about it, really. We've got Kent coming on tonight to do a reaction to the Barnsley show, but there's no left at the show. They're picking it apart now, aren't they? I know Callum Simpson's on there, but that's about it. It would have been nice to see Adam and Azim there. But I'm sure Horsecock and Anna Woolhouse, I'm sure they'll dress a turd up tonight, won't they, in Barnsley? So that's about it, really. Okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to like and share the videos and hit that subscribe button and give the pork a bit of respect. Go on, pop, pop, bang. Peace out.